Okay, we're finally starting this godforsaken podcast.
Hooray!
This is a breath of relief. Amber has been held hostage in my house for the past hour. I'm
You have a
sorry.
cool house.
Do you?
Your mom's cool too.
Yeah,
Your mom is great.
I left to get Onnie because there was a 3-minute delay in Onnie's physical occurrence in my house. But
What?
yeah, in the time that I left the house to get Onnie, Amber Lehman is the person we have on the podcast today.
Yay!
Got to spend time with my mother. Was that like a elucidating experience?
She just asked if people mistake me for Asian a lot, and I said yes, they do. And that was pretty much it.
Nice.
You know, people mistake my mom for Asian as well.
Wow.
Whoa, crazy.
Yeah, and I guess this is a visual podcast, and you haven't seen my mom, but my mom is Asian.
Your
don't know,
mom
I guess-
is Chinese, in fact.
I always forget. I hate doing introductions, I guess. But
You
this
really
is-
do.
This is Small Boys Podcast. This is Small Boys. We have 2 small boys sitting
And a
right in
big
front of me.
microphone.
Yeah.
I would
The-
just like to address the cartoonish size of this microphone that
But-
you saddled me with.
But the cartoonish, it's supposed to be like the
It
spirit.
also has legs.
You ever watched Rick and Morty?
I have.
Well, they're right next to you.
Yeah, it used to be their microphone. It used to be stuck in the couch.
That's the cartooniness of it, and I just need
Makes
you to
sense.
bring that vibe. Okay, Amber, I did research into you. I looked into you a little bit.
Oh no!
Is this exciting?
He's talked to you.
This is concerning.
So Onnie hasn't seen me do this yet. Hasn't seen me like dig
What?
into somebody. You haven't seen me
Okay.
like dig into somebody's past.
True.
I don't,
weird.
Do you like talking about comedy? You said you like comedy.
I like comedy.
You like talking about you starting comedy?
I mean, that's fine. There's nothing like weird about it. I'm not like, I don't have a dark secret or past or anything. I'm like,
But that's what all people with dark secrets are past.
I guess if you really pull something out, I wouldn't know though. I would be totally blindsided.
Yeah, Onnie, you're gonna be so surprised about all the cool things that Amber has done.
I'm gonna be so shook.
I'm ramping up the tension in her heart.
It's not that cool. Whatever I did is not that cool.
Well, I don't know. Okay, I mean, you started comedy. You said 2009, right?
I think so. Is that when yes, that's when I went to college.
Yeah.
I don't know why I keep I kept doing this where when I talk to you, I ask you questions about my life where I'll be like 2009 and I'll be like, I think that's the year I went to college, isn't it? And I'm like, how do I expect Bill to know that?
Because I'm your biggest fan.
Bill Bennett.
I know everything.
How
there
old
is.
were you in 2009?
Oh my god! I just remembered. You're supposed to. The phone interrupts with that microphone. So only that microphone specifically.
Wait, my
It's-
microphone?
No, this microphone.
Oh no.
This microphone is like the airplane.
Do we need to?
telecommunications
Do we need to
signals.
trade microphones?
No, I just need to turn my phone on airplane mode so it doesn't bug with it. I just derailed the entire conversation. So you asked me what I did.
How old were you in 2009?
A fetus.
Like
Close.
I was
Primordial
born in August
ooze.
2003, so like 6.
Oh wow. I was in college.
Right.
How does that make you feel?
I mean, I
Oh.
understand that human beings are born. And, like, I am fine with like the passage of time, and like you strike me as somebody who is your age. It would be, it would be different.
You such a 19-year-old.
Like it would be different if there are like guys my age who like I thought were older than I am, and like all the time they'll be like, I just turned 30, and I'm like, that is not right or okay.
People think I'm like older, like 2 or 3 or even 4 or 5 years older at the most. Like some people mistake me for like 23.
You're the oldest, smallest boy I know.
Yeah, well, small boy is more like a idea. It's like a revolution.
A feeling
Yeah,
in
it's
your
more
heart.
like if you believe in equal rights, you know.
You're a small boy.
Yeah.
I mistake myself for being younger more often than I mistake you for being older.
Yeah, me being younger. How could I be?
No, I mistake myself for being younger. So I'm like, oh yeah, Bill and I are close in age because I'm like 23, and then I'm like, I am very not that age.
Like, you split the difference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't think I mean, I get into bars because I'm 21. Because I think it's because like I'm weird. Because like I think it's like the purple suit picture like turns them off more than me looking young.
Yeah, they're like, oh, that's something only a weird old guy would do.
Like
Actually, my boyfriend said that like part of the reason why he grew the mustache, and also like it's a mustache, like it has like a little curl at the end. And he was because he was like, nobody under like 30 has this facial hair, and he made that like ideal of like he had that like thought when he was like 19 or something. So he like never got carded because of course everyone's like, who decides to look like an old timey soda jerk? That's not something a 21-year-old would think.
I mean, I always get carded. I just
Use your fake ID.
my real ID that shows that I'm 21. I don't know. I mean, you have to sometimes to get into comedy places.
True.
I just don't drink there. That's my rule.
I'm glad you don't drink. But you do have 29-year-olds buy you drinks sometimes.
Yeah, Amber.
I've never done that. I don't want to be canceled if I ever do become super famous.
No. But I'm saying like
Stop trying to cancel Amber.
It was in Lawrence. She was a therapist of.
Oh, I thought this was me. I was like, I've never been a therapist.
She's in Lawrence.
Like, okay, you did your research wrong.
Yeah, I was like, I've never been a therapist.
No, this girl I was talking to, she's like 29. Everyone, I should have just lied to everybody. I should have just lied about my age. I should have lied about her age. Then I wouldn't have to deal with all the social pressure. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's interesting. I just thought. I mean, didn't really. It's something that happened.
It was a time.
What are we talking about?
I think we were talking about my illustrious career.
It started in 2009.
2009, and then you were telling us how young you were.
Yeah.
For a very long time.
Oh, yeah,
You were a child.
How old I am for being young.
Yes.
How much you've aged since 2009.
You know how some people say like, oh,
You've aged so much.
you know how they say like, oh, I'm like 19 years young.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm 19 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you're an old 19-year-old.
Yeah.
The oldest 19-year-old.
Yeah. I feel like I'm pretty exceptional. Okay, we can move on.
Elder
But
19-year-olds.
talk about exceptional.
2009, start of a career.
Amber went to Dartmouth.
Oh, yeah.
Technically Ivy League.
Yes, technically.
Okay, so you described.
I got fucking roasted.
So you just described it as a quote unquote a terrible white environment.
Where did I say
This
this?
is the specific words you used to describe it.
Well, yeah, I can believe I said that, but where did I say this?
Online, recorded.
Where does this quote need to be deleted from?
Do you have? I don't know. This is how I wrote it down. Do you have any fun racism stories?
Yeah, I guess. Oh, I think I know. Okay, I can understand the concept, the context of which this would quote. I'm just trying to figure out like when I was talking about it, like talking about how terrible a white experience it is
On the internet.
Larry King says I should listen when doing an interview, but he's dead now. So
Look how that turned out for him.
you said you did a stand-up set where one of your jokes was
yeah,
like the Dartmouth like mascot I think used to be like an Indian or
yeah, it used to be an Indian, and they got rid of it like in the 90s. But there was like this magazine on campus newspaper. It used to be the Dartmouth newspaper, but then like it branched off and became like a young Republicans newspaper called like the Dartmouth Review, and like there was a kid who eventually wanted to be the editor of the Dartmouth Review. He was like a weird white child, I guess is the way I'd put it. Just so white. And I remember he said something vaguely racist.
You said like, oh, like Native Americans don't even exist
Oh
anymore.
yeah, what he said, he was mad about the mascot. He was saying that like because when they changed their mascot, they changed it to nothing really. They just changed it to like the color green, and he was saying that like, well, we should bring back the Native American mascot because like there's nothing wrong with it. It's not offensive, and people are like, well, like Native Americans find it offensive, and he was like, there's not even Native Americans around anymore, and I was like, I'm Native American. I exist. But
are you offended?
I mean, it was one of those things where like he went on to write. He was the head writer for Tucker Carlson for a while.
Oh boy!
And then he got fired from Tucker Carlson for being too racist.
Oh,
That's crazy.
Hot gossip.
You sound weird, Onnie, on the microphone.
It's because I have the giant mic.
No, keep talking.
It's because my microphone is literally a bouquet. Do I need to hold it further away?
Maybe.
It is a snowball. Like.
That's fine. That's
Snowball.
fine. This is the most professional experience I've ever
This is the
experienced.
most professional podcast I've ever been a part of.
Just pretend it doesn't have a pop filter. I think that's what it is. It doesn't work. The pop filter we bought for it doesn't work. It's fine. So any more fun? Oh, Tucker Carlson.
Yes.
This is. Have you seen have you seen like the weird racist comment he made? Maybe that's too general.
I think that's too general.
But he did like a thing where he's talking about like, I saw like a video of like a Trump, like a right wing poster versus like Antifa, right? This is I'm gonna bastardize it, but the idea was like, oh, I saw like a MAGA protester versus like an Antifa protester, and I saw the Trump protester like was like beating the Antifa guy up, and I was like, he's like, wow, like that's really messed. And part of me got excited to see that Antifa person got hurt, and he's like, wow, that's like. And then I realized, wow, that's like really fucked up because like they're both Americans, they're both people I should care about. Like, there shouldn't be any reason for two white men to fight like that. like 80% of that was like,
Yeah.
wow, like really.
Oh, he's making some sort of progress, something that like we're all citizens of this earth. And then he was like, two white men should never fight.
It was a really good bait and switch.
Yeah.
It's like you could have just edited out the white part. Like, wow.
Where is our society gone? Two white men will be fighting.
Whatever. I mean, try not to get too political, but that's for. We're talking about fun racism stories. Anything else happen at Dartmouth?
Where Dartmouth also was the first slide at the end of Dear White People. I don't know if you've ever seen Dear White People.
I have
but
seen Dear White People. I've seen
yeah.
the movie.
Oh,
and I've seen
yeah.
the TV show.
You know, at the very end where they like show like this actually does happen in real life. Here's all the like pictures that they took from like their weird blackface parties. Ours is the first slide. It was like a hip hop party or something.
And then the second one was Justin Trudeau. Actually,
Just Justin Trudeau like 7 times in a row.
it's like how they show all the comedians like, oh, they used to do drag, like they used to dress up as a woman.
Oh yeah.
It's like they also dress up as other races.
Just look at him go.
Things go back and forth, progression. Okay. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sabotage this podcast. I didn't mean to fuck up your mic. I think okay. I think it's fine.
I feel like I'm holding a popsicle or like a giant ice cream cone.
Yeah, it sounds great. I think I fixed it.
Thank you.
We did it.
We did
Well, I'm
it.
holding it further away from my mouth now because it's not one of those mics.
I think that's what it is. I think it's made to be like on a desk.
It is. It's a blue snowball. I know what kind of microphone it is.
I'm sorry. No. Oh,
William,
see?
I'm going to bring
trying
my
your
own microphone
best.
next time, I swear.
What?
I said you're trying your best.
I'm trying.
He's trying a little.
Are you good at Among Us?
I think I'm perfectly fine at Among Us. I kind of miss when everyone was. I miss when adults were playing Among Us. I guess.
Yeah, I
'Cause,
saw
like,
you did an Instagram post where you posted, "Oh, I'm doing it with like Stacy, Kay, like Ty, and
Yeah.
also other people," but I can't recall them at the moment. Oh, Mira Sanders, fun.
yeah, that was fun. That was during the pandemic.
You know, are you There's this idea. I was watching this guy get canceled on the internet, and one of like the recorded like calls he had with someone. He's talking about like how he's like super good at manipulating people, and then at the end of the call he goes, "This is why I don't play Among Us." And then the other person, even though like the other person like, and the other person in the call, even though it's like super serious, they just started laughing.
Yeah.
Whatever. I thought, I mean, maybe you're a super good manipulator. I don't know. Sorry.
I'm really good at lying in the context of the environment of like it's a game.
Yeah.
Like because like I guess like I'm just really good at playing games, and so I don't think of it as lying. Like I'm able to compartmentalize
Yeah.
that
It's not
this
lying,
is
it's strategy.
yeah, this is not a part of the real world, and it's okay to lie in this specific realm, and
Yeah.
I'm really good at doing that.
I'm really good at lying in the context of a relationship.
Yeah, you're like,
Like about your age.
Yeah.
I'm 24. It's no big deal.
I could have. That's what someone told me. Like, man, you totally. That's how guys sound. This
Don't
is a guy
do it.
impression.
yeah,
Man,
that's a really good guy impression.
Man, you could have totally fucked her, man.
You
You totally could have fucked her.
Bill,
man,
you
if
sound just
lied
like a
about
guy
her
right
age.
now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm shook.
Just, they say like you can't spell man. You can't spell manipulation without man.
True.
Something about
Or ipulation.
what about woman manipulation? Okay, I don't know. That's an idea I had. I just thought I should.
That
say,
would be
say that out loud.
manipulation.
Okay, so yeah, exactly. You like Pokemon?
Pokemon are cool. I
Yeah.
like them.
Name
There's a Snorlax here.
3 favorite starters right now.
I like Chikorita. That's a cute one. I like Pikachu if you count Pikachu as one. And I think I also like Squirtle.
Wow.
I know that they're like I also like T-Pig. I have other ones that I like,
I
but
think it's Tepig.
I like oh no. A lot of these I don't
No.
watch them.
Oh. Wait, because I thought Tepig was like, so they're going to explore the etymology of Pokemon names.
Well, like when you said it though, it made more sense to me. Like tepid, and
Yeah.
so I was like, oh, okay, yeah, it's probably Tepig.
But
But I say it like T-Pig.
it's spelled, it's like a little pig with a little like a little like circly, like squiggly tail at the end, like
Yeah,
a ball.
and he's
Yeah.
all fire.
It's a fire. But like, so T-Pig would make sense because it's like short for like teacup pig.
Yeah, and I was thinking that you make tea hot with fire, and so that's why I was like.
Gotta boil the water to
T-Pig.
make the tea.
But like,
tea,
oh, and also
obviously.
like, there's another one where like when you like someone said it out correctly. It's that little bird that delivers mail. I can't remember what his name is right now, but it's
I think
like.
they're called pigeons. No.
But his name was
Seagulls.
something like Delibird.
Yeah.
It's
Like
supposed to be like
Delibird.
delivery, but people kept thinking it was Delibird.
Yeah, it's the libird.
Yeah. And so like a lot of them are like, and I don't know why like it's always the English versions of that, or like they change them to different names to like have the puns make sense in our language.
Right.
And for some reason we still just like, no, T-Pig is because you make tea with fire.
Well, it's like it for children.
Yeah.
It's a game made. You don't have
Take
to read
that
to
back.
play it.
Well, like I think it's that you like it. The reason why I thought it was T-Pig is because I never heard anyone say it out loud,
Yeah.
and
just
so
broke your mind. This
Yeah, and so I was
19-year-old.
like, oh, yeah,
19-year-old Asian explaining Pokemon.
I love
the core audience.
this. I just destroyed you with facts and logic.
My mind was blown.
Destroyed.
I guess yeah. I noticed you had a lot of Pokemon stuff.
I like Pokemon, but like I don't keep up with everything. But like I'll find like one or two Pokemon every generation that I'm like, I'm all about this guy. Like this time was Lechonk. I love Lechonk.
I like.
Lechonk is great.
I like. What is the sheep Pokemon? They had if they had a Pokemon, it's literally just like a sheep. It's just like a normal sheep.
Yeah.
With big horns. I just think that's cute. Wooloo.
Wooloo, yeah.
It just seems huggable.
Yeah, they seem so cute.
And then the other one, there's just a koala that sleeps on a log. Just a koala that always sleeps. It's called Komala. It's koala and comatose. It's like always asleep.
Nice.
But maybe those are just like real animals. Maybe I just
Well,
think,
like
Maybe you just like animals.
well, I think that all the time when I look at my dog, that like I and like always wanted like a Pikachu or like a Mogwai from like Gremlins. I was like, that is my deepest, greatest desire. But then like once I got a dog, I was like, oh, I don't have that desire anymore. And I was like, oh, I just wanted a pet. That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter that it doesn't shoot electricity. I just wanted a little buddy.
They shoot snot.
It's
Yeah.
cute. I
vomit
can pet
and
it.
piss.
It needs me.
Yeah, I think that my dog does like all the same things that like Pikachu can do, except
Facts.
like,
Except the electric part.
well, like she can't like kill a bunch of people in a river, but that's you
Missed
don't want Pikachu
opportunity.
to do that.
I
like,
don't know. Like, your dog might be able to do that.
Yeah, like,
theoretically.
It might not be electricity related
German
though.
Shepherds.
She's a pug, but like I'd give her a gun.
They can't breathe. Okay, I buy presents, so I thought this was cute. I bought a little.
Oh,
I thought you would
so
like this.
Cute. I love. This is for me.
Yeah.
Oh my god! This is going on my shelf next to my pancake eating Pikachu. Look at it.
No, I just saw on your Instagram that you posted like multiple pictures of just Pikachu.
I love Pikachu.
Pikachu is
Yeah.
good.
I would give you that one, but my ex-girlfriend that betrayed me gave it to me, so I hold a lot of
You can hold
sentimental
it.
value in that.
You can stay.
I
I
can hold the
also
Trader
have
Chew.
a Pikachu that looks just like that one. We got it from the county fair. A carny
Nice.
man bamboozled us because we were both very high and we couldn't say no. And so he was asking my boyfriend because he had like a giant Snorlax. He was like, "Do you want to win something for her?" And he was like, and he's like way too high. And he was like, "No, no, no." But then the guy like asked me, and also I'm high and I'm not paying attention, and I'm just like, Snorlax. And then he was like $50, and my boyfriend's like, I haven't even played a game yet. You're just saying you're going to let me have it for $50. But then my boyfriend's like, I'm not doing that for $50. And he was like, okay, this Pikachu, $20. And then,
Wait, that's really interesting because, okay, now I'm remembering more how I got the Pikachu. So my ex-girlfriend gave it to me after a guy gave it to her. So she was just re-gifting it to me.
yeah, and I feel like these Pikachus are like,
Disposable.
they're disposable, but also like you can't, because you're like I think about that Pikachu all the time. Like mine that looks just like that would be like, there's no place to put it. Like I don't like it being on the floor or like on the couch or whatever because my dogs will eat it, but I can't get rid of it because my boyfriend paid a carny man $20 for it.
My dog kept
$20.
eating it. My dog
Your
kept
dog could
eating
be
it.
eating it. You could give it to your dog to eat.
My dad has my dog.
Oh no!
Kept it.
Oh no!
I don't talk to my dad anymore.
Oh god!
Anyway.
Is it because he took your dog?
It's because he took my heart.
Wow.
Oh, no.
Oh, is that what your
Okay.
heart was?
Yeah, that's where my soul went. No, so, okay, so you said your boyfriend isn't a comic, right?
He is not.
So I
He's
have
not a comic or a carny.
Yeah, he's both of those stories.
He's a
not either.
victim of a scam. No, which is very interesting because you said in a podcast that you only date comics.
Yeah, that was like that was like a couple years ago.
Oh, she's changed.
Yeah, you have personal growth. You live and you,
You realize
Progress.
you can't date comics anymore.
yeah, you realize that it's the
Your
worst
life's been
experience of your
ruined.
life. And you're like, oh man, all these normal guys are so much better than these other guys. And then you're like, oh, okay, I guess I'll just start dating normal guys.
Like, I could be dating someone who's not a narcissist this whole time.
Yeah, or someone that's just like not upset that you got booked on something.
Yeah.
Just
I'm
period.
upset.
Yeah, well,
I'm sorry.
Amber's not dating you,
You're-
okay?
Yeah, you can be upset. I can be
No.
like, I'm sorry you feel that way.
Yeah, that's a
It's not
classic,
relationship ending.
classic manipulator technique. Apologizing
I'm
for
gaslighting.
my actions.
I'm
Jonah-
girl bossing. I'm gatekeeping.
No, and this kind of ties in. So I really, you know how I use like funny analogies all the time.
All the time.
So you said you watched Crazy Rich Asians
Oh yeah.
at a very important time in your life.
Yes.
I think you said like at the end of the movie, or like a romance movie, or like they go on the plane and look for the girl to try to propose to them. Is that from Crazy Rich Asians?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. It's the end of Crazy Rich Asians.
Maybe I should watch Crazy Rich Asians.
Spoiler.
Yeah. That's gonna be me. I'm gonna be, what is it, a CRA by the end of my life. But you said I need a man who will go on the plane for me.
Yeah.
You know what I think? I have an equivalent to that. I was like, I need somebody who will be a dog. You know what I mean? I'm sick of all these cats in my life. Because someone said, like, when you're trying to get in a relationship with somebody, when you're trying to, like, hit on somebody, like, you should be looking for, like, they should be, like, a dog. They should come up to you. They should be friendly. They should, like, enjoy your presence. They should, like, seek, like, your interactions with you. They shouldn't be like cats where you try to pet them and then they just move one step away, and then you pet them and then they move one step away, and then that kind of cycle.
My cat doesn't do that.
Yeah.
My cat's the best.
It's not real. It's a analogy.
Oh, I thought you were insisting that her cat was not
That's
real.
what I was thinking too. I was like, he is definitely real. He is 10 years old. He's asleep on my bed right now.
But that would send me into a tailspin. If someone very confidently like told me my dog wasn't real, I'd be like, is everyone else humoring me? Like, I don't know what to do.
Pikachu isn't real either.
Oh God.
No, I had that idea. I think that's a good idea. I need more dogs in my life.
Yeah, you need to hang out with the big dogs.
Yeah. I'm 19, but I'm a big dog.
Yeah.
I'm a small boy, big dog.
Small boy.
I want belly rubs.
You should make that into a shirt. Small boy, big dog.
I love shirts with like dogs on them.
Yeah.
I do have a TeePublic account, so we can make this happen. I've offered this for every podcast I've been a part of. Also, other random comics.
Look at that. I have a T-shirt for a much better podcast on the wall over there. Sarah O'Sullivan. Was it the Sarah and Mike show? Or was it the Mike and Sarah show?
I don't know. I've never.
They have
listened
his
to
mugshot
it.
over
I feel
there.
bad. I'm sorry, Sarah.
I mean, they're doing way better than us, so you shouldn't feel bad for them. I had them on the podcast before they had a podcast.
Ooh.
All the people I pick go on to be majorly successful and famous ever. So.
I'm so excited.
No, but
thank
I mean,
you for
Where's
thank you
my
for blessing
success,
me.
Bill?
Thank you for playing. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is investment.
I'm gonna go home and get famous tonight.
Hell yeah.
That's what I said. This is our extremely famous person, and I want to make the most of your time instead of wasting it.
That's why he wasted an hour.
I got
Part
to
of that
eat
was my fault. I'm
delicious
so
food.
sorry.
Yeah.
I got to have a delicious ice cream.
Yeah, I'm just glad. I'm glad. I don't know if you can tell, but I put a lot of pressure on myself.
You're doing a great job.
Yeah. You said okay. at Dartmouth. Okay, we're gonna go back. I guess because I have a
Okay.
list. We don't have to. But
His list is not in order.
but
though.
they said like I need. They said
It's
I
like
need.
Memento.
They said I need structure in my life. That's what they told
True.
me. So you had a stand-up club.
Yes.
You did a show every 3 months, and that was where you started. Did you like always like stand-up, and then like, oh, I'm gonna make a club, or is it just like I need to pad my resume?
I was always into stand-up. Like, I remember, like, being into stand-up from, like, maybe 10 years old or something. But then when I got to college, I was looking for, I used to be a part of a forensics in high school. And then so I was like, oh, I was looking for, like, forensics teams, but they don't do that past high school.
Is it like debate?
Rude.
Yeah. It's like speech and debate, essentially.
Yeah.
I love destroying people in facts and logic.
Well, I would do the acting part of forensics. The I guess technically the speech part.
The performative part.
Yeah, like serious solo acting. I think I also did improv, duet. But I went to college. They didn't have a forensics department or speech and debate team. It was just debate team, and I can't do that. But then I was like, oh, there's a stand-up club. And so I joined the stand-up club. And then I became the president just because I was the person who's there the longest.
Yeah.
In my senior year.
I like debating people.
You outlasted them all.
I outlasted them all. We'd only get like one new person a year. So like there really was no competition.
That sounds
really.
like my whole theater department in college, honestly.
Amber pushed out the competition. Oh yeah, I like forcing people, like debating them into like thinking I'm funny. You know what I mean? I really like that idea. I think there's something wrong with me. I like proving the haters wrong. I like forcing people that didn't like me into liking me.
You seek constant approval.
That sounds toxic.
No, it's like it's not. It's okay.
He seeks
you know what? No,
approval from the people who don't approve of him, exclusively.
That's what I mean. I need dogs in my life.
Well, you got to seek out the dogs, Bill.
But
You're going and you're looking for cats.
You
got to
start carrying dog treats. Okay.
I'm already loaded. No, I mean there's like I'm like okay, so I work. So this is Amber. This is when you console me when you therapize me.
Oh, okay. This part of the podcast.
Yeah. Because I'm an
This is
attention
the
whore.
therapies.
So
of the
I worked
podcast.
at my job, and like I would say my job as a serving. I was the first time where I was like, wow, I feel like popular. Like everyone likes me. Not only people that don't know me like want to like me. Does that make sense? Like,
yes.
Like everyone respects me. Like I'm good at my job. Like I'm in a good place, and I quit that shit. No, it's funny. My manager, it was like an ex. It felt like I was breaking up with somebody, but they didn't want to show how upset they were, so they were just aloof. You know what I mean? Because I can.
But they were crying a little bit.
They're just like, I understand. Yeah, that's my impression. But it's like I made friends there, and it's like, I don't know. Like theoretically, I could have, maybe asked a girl or two out, or I could have like but I am friends, or I could have like pushed more for like I did make like a few friends I would hang out outside of work, but it's hard when you don't have that work connection.
Yeah.
And to maintain that, and then. Yeah, this is the point. I've given up on friends.
No, you can make friends.
No, I can, but like I'm so good at making friends. I'm so likable.
Okay.
You don't have to be so aggressive
We
about
like
it.
you.
But it's not like I have a lot of friends. It's just people who will be there for me is like what really counts, right?
Yes, you want friends as opposed to like acquaintances.
But I mean, but it's like
They're
like,
friends, but like
hang out, but like people, it's just like I want dogs.
yeah, like when I say like I guess I mean like work friends. Like I would never call a work friend if like my car broke down, but I would call like my friends, like my actual friends, my dogs, if you will.
No,
Your dog can drive.
Yeah, my dog can drive.
Damn.
the thing is,
My cat's
like
so
the thing is,
lame.
but the thing is, it's like since I'm just so open, nice, and sensitive and cool, like I get into like really, not even in a bad way, like deep friendships, deep relationships with people. So like I'm close with people, but they're not there for me because they're not dogs.
They're not dogs.
No, because they're not Pikachu. Okay, they're not. But
You're also. I feel like I say this every single week.
You're also 19. You're also 19.
I was gonna say you're not. You're also young. Like I was
So,
thinking
so
about
everyone's-
my closest friendships now. Almost all of them were from college, or after.
Yeah, I'm going to college this fall.
Yeah, but like I
Woo.
had good friends. I had really good friends in high school, but I still talk regularly to one of those people. And like,
There's a guy. We were really good friends in high school. Then I executed him, and then he works at
him?
the same job. So he works at the same job now I do. So we were like friends again. And then I just quit the job. So now I feel like the thing is really annoying is that like he'll agree to something, and then I'll try to call him and he'll never respond. But every time we play video games together, his girlfriend will call and he'll immediately be like, "Sorry, I gotta go," and then leave.
Well, that's because he's kissing her. Have you tried kissing him?
I don't think kissing
She
would
got a
make
point.
him qualify. I mean, it's not like it shouldn't matter. Shouldn't matter.
I guess I could get the feeling, but I will go with the advice. Have you tried kissing him?
No, I respect boundaries.
Oh, okay.
that's good.
Understandable. Good.
Have you heard the term consent pilled?
What?
I'm consent pilled.
Yeah, you should be. That's a good thing to be.
I
We should all be
Yes.
consent
you
pilled.
you fucking love consent. You're going
Yeah.
crazy for consent.
it's hot. I always ask. I always ask. You know what's not consent pilled? Never mind. When a girl's like, "Oh, let's do this again sometime, and then they never text you back.
That's not consent filled.
But it's like it's not like it's like she's like it's not consent filled. Is what I'm saying.
Well, how can you go
Yeah.
crazy for it if she didn't say yes? You're like, oh,
But it's like
I
she
can't
said
I can't be
she
consent
said-
pilled.
She already consented to hang out against her.
Yeah,
And then,
but then she didn't.
Then
so
she
you didn't-
withdrew. Then
yeah,
she withdrew. She withdrew consent.
Yeah, you gotta respect that though, bro.
Yeah, I do respect
do.
it. But my heart, my heart.
I'm sorry.
you're solid and you're strong.
Thank you. That was like pillars. I have some others. No, but it's like, I just feel like, I mean, I have the capacity to be by myself and like be happy, but I need to like people detox, and just like play Cyberpunk 2077 for 50 hours in the last 2
Yeah,
weeks,
that helps a lot. I feel like.
and then replace all my real friends with the fake ones,
Yeah,
and have sex with fake women.
Or
that's all
No,
great.
I'm not gonna abuse.
As long
real
as you're
women.
consent pilling these
mean,
fake women.
Their code, there's binary.
Well, you gotta
does their
code them to say
binary
yes.
say
Yeah.
yes?
I mean, in the game, yeah.
Okay, you're cool then.
Yeah, yeah.
You just gotta remain consent pilled.
I am consent pilled. I'm just also lonely pilled. But okay, yeah, I'm lonely pilled. There you go.
Lonely pilled.
Have you heard of the rapper Open Mike Eagle?
Yeah,
He has a song called Extra Consent, and I really like it.
he has a song
lot.
called "I'm a Joestar." based
Also
off of
that.
anime, which I really like. You know JoJo's?
Yes, I have heard of JoJo.
Are you a big fan?
I am. No, I'm sorry, I'm not.
Why not?
I
Do you hate
I
gay
didn't mean it.
people
It's like I
and
realized
also
the way I was
Italian?
saying it made it sound like I hate it.
Are
I don't know
bigoted.
anything about it. I know that it exists.
It's about like vampires and like big muscular guys and like
yeah,
Italians.
and they fight. And it's like through their family, right? Like
Yeah.
every one is about a different
JoJo.
guy or gal, a JoJo,
And
they do stuff.
we have the same star birthmark.
That's how you know they're a JoJo, just like
And I have that
the My Little
tattooed.
Ponies.
I have that tattooed on my back.
That's your cutie mark.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm an anime character. That was one of the things I was saying. I have more stories. You open for Adam got over?
That's something. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, you put it on your
I put it on my everything just because he's a guy that like
People
has a
recognize.
show,
He's
and so
famous.
yeah, that's
What was he like?
he was nice. He's just a normal man.
Was he like a person?
Yeah, this is before he got any. This is when he was still like working at College Humor. So like he was like younger than I am now.
Yeah.
Perfectly fine man. Just a normal guy
Just
going to
a
his job.
dude
Like
doing stuff.
because it was at Dartmouth.
Do you think he was consent filled?
Yes, I think he's very consent filled.
I don't. You never know with these fucking comedians.
He's
Celebrities.
got a cool wife.
like,
Good.
I think his wife is Lisa Hannawalt.
oh,
The
I
lady
think I know.
who designed the characters in BoJack Horseman.
Yeah.
That's cool. Lisa sounds like. I feel like that's like an attractive name.
Sure.
What was I gonna say? No, I used to play like esports. Not like I used to play like competitive video game. I got like pretty high level. It's weird because I
Destiny wannabe.
nah. So I did like competitive video gaming, and then I did comedy. It's weird because like I'm hearing like, apparently all of like the pro players are like pedophiles. You know what I mean? All like the esports
like,
players are pedophiles.
Right now, like what's so crazy is like all of the YouTubers, like all of the YouTubers ever are pedophiles, and you're
Yeah.
like, why are all of the YouTubers? And like, I never paid attention to Miranda's things. I don't know anything about her, but
Yeah.
like that one was like a weird one because I was like, I don't understand why. Like I just what?
The Miranda
Cinnamon
scenes
Toast
part
Ken
was-
is not a pedophile.
Oh,
I just want to point that out. Put that out there.
good
I
job.
don't, or I mean,
I mean, not
He's
all
a,
of them.
He's
of
a
course.
35-year-old dad of 4. Okay.
sometimes it's like sometimes 15-year-olds on the internet try to cancel like other 15-year-olds, but other than that, it's just the internet's funny. But what is it? Yeah, and then like I do comedy, and it turns out everyone's like like a user and abuser. I don't know.
And possibly a pedophile.
Yeah, and then I mean politics. Everyone's a good person there. So, if you're curious, okay. I mean, I don't know. Okay.
You know, some politicians think that 12-year-olds should get married.
Yeah. Is it should get married or they should be able to? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm kidding.
Definitely both.
I assert the rights of 12-year-olds.
I'm not saying everyone should get child married or an abortion. I'm just saying they should have the right. I'm kidding. This is a joke, by the way.
Yes, as funny as I think it is, I always do want to be like, in case I ever do, I that's the one delusional thing about me. I'll be like, in case I do get famous,
You know, it
I
probably
should
keeps
say
you
it is a joke.
out of a lot of trouble, though.
Or like I'll do that a lot, like when we'll say something, like I'm having a conversation with my friend online, in like Facebook Messenger, and then I'll say something about like blowing something up, and then I'll be like, "That's a joke, FBI," or something like. Just I don't think that they're looking at me, but just in case if they are going through them, to be like, "That one's a joke." I pretty much believe that one's a joke. Amber says it's a joke a lot, and she hasn't blown anything up.
I posted a shirt that said like.
Not that we can prove.
I posted a picture that had a shirt.
Oh yeah, didn't you use that as your headshot?
I'm unhinged. I'm a door with no hinges. No, there's like a shirt and it was like I'm gonna murder somebody. This shirt is evidence that I'm gonna murder somebody. I'm so sure that I'm gonna murder somebody that I want to submit this to court when I murder somebody because I'm going to murder somebody. Oh, it's like I'm criminally insane, and then people were like, "Oh my God, Bill, are you okay?"
Do you need therapy?
I
Here's
don't
a
know.
29-year-old therapist. She
Might
might buy you alcohol.
I need a groomer in my life to take care of me. sugar mama.
That should be your next T-shirt. I need a groomer in my life to take care of me.
Yeah. What is it? I need it's like like groomers are like sugar mamas but for your emotions. I don't know. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? For all your emotional needs.
I don't know if that's necessarily true.
I don't think it is.
Yeah, I think it's the
I
opposite.
think they bring more trauma than help.
No, but abusers. You know abusers.
I do. I do know abusers.
You know, it's like how they.
Unfortunately.
You know how they fulfill all your emotional needs to only strip them away.
I don't think they actually fulfill your emotional needs. I think
Well,
they manipulate you into thinking that they're filling your needs.
This is a joke.
And then they just fuck you over.
Ever, you have something to say? You see, like
No.
So this idea I had. So there's a research done on like pigeons. This will make sense eventually. There's a pigeon research done. This is a podcast, by the way. Pigeon research done, and they would give the pigeons like they make them press a button and get like a certain amount of food.
Yeah.
And so they did research. They would have like random intervals. Like if you would push the button, it would be like a random amount of time and like a random amount of food.
So it's like Uno Attack, but with food for pigeons.
It's like gambling. It's like slots. And then they learned if you made the intervals of like the food random, the pigeons would press the buttons over and over, like a slot machine, right? Mm-hmm. And then that's kind of like abusive relationships is like you don't know when like that person will be mean or nice to you, no matter what you do. So the times that they are nice to you, it's like a wave of relief and it feels really nice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they fulfill you, but for like 10 seconds. Wow, I'm so smart. Sorry.
You're so smart for reading this study.
I'm so sorry. Then it led me to that joke that I don't know if I could explain, but it's like, well, guys, if you love abusive relationships, then you'll love gambling. I thought it was funny. There you go. You guys laughed. That made me feel good.
I mean, I feel like that's true even if you don't understand the study behind it. Like,
you could explain. Maybe I could make it into a joke, but I don't know.
If you love abusive relationships, and I mean, I think most people would agree that gambling is an abusive relationship because it's an addiction, right?
Wow, you're so right.
Yeah.
I need people to like keep me in check, you know?
Yeah, to talk you down.
Because that's the thing. Someone says like, "Oh, you need to like you shouldn't be like afraid to say what you want to say." And I was like, I think my problem is that I have no shame. It makes
You're
me feel
shameless.
uncomfortable. Yeah, like the TV show.
Yeah.
Well, and something that I run into a lot with like writing is a lot of writers think that their audience is dumber than they are. And so they're like,
Which they
oh,
are.
well, I have to explain everything. And it's like, you should respect your audience. And if they don't get it, then they weren't meant to get it. But the ones that do get it, if you're not over explaining things, they're going to appreciate it so much more. If you don't go into, now here's why that's funny, or here's why that's interesting, or here's why that's right. They're going to be like, oh, I get it, and move on. And be like, feel good about themselves for getting it. And the ones that it goes over their head, like, unless it's super integral that they get it, doesn't matter.
But let me tell you something. My writing, people don't get it. Because
Well, that sounds like a you problem.
why won't people book me? Yeah, I mean, I have that thought. I think I'm just weird. I think I have to bathe in it now. I think I made my mess. And I have to.
You gotta get weirder.
No, I just have to get better at being the type of weird that I am. That's what I think.
Yeah.
But
You have to grow into it.
Someone said some girl said to me when I was in high school, it's like, oh, you never got the weird bullied out of you. And then I talk to people about that, and you're like, yeah, I got the weird bullied out of me. And they're like, never lose that, Bill. It was like Forrest Gump or something.
Yeah, they like cup your face and be like, you poor sweet boy.
Never lose that. The cup. I love being cupped. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just lovingly cupped.
But it was just like, oh, you watch anime, right? A little bit.
Occasionally.
So a big
I'll dabble.
a big theme of anime is that inherited will. I think it's like a Japanese thing.
Mm-hmm.
The idea that your ancestors put will upon you, and you carry that out, and you carry out that will to make a better future, basically. Mm-hmm. That's my will I'm carrying out. I'm never compromising my weirdness.
Aren't you the will that you're carrying out? Because you are will.
No joke is beneath us. No, there's this is yeah, check your watch.
Oh, sorry.
You're good. You're good.
It's okay. He judges me for that all the time too.
Yeah, because it's we're on a date right now, and you're looking at your devices.
I do really
want
like your
full attention.
watch, Bill.
Oh yeah.
See, she likes my laugh. She gets it. People make fun of me for my laugh, but I think it's nice. But it's not like my laugh. It's just
it's a fake laugh.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like it. It's so inauthentic.
But it's
like your version of ooh woo and
I think it's pretty funny though. That's pretty funny.
Amber gets it.
I'm glad somebody does.
Well, first of all, it's funny to say ooh woo.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, Onnie's getting into it.
Yeah, if you're completely serious and then you pop off an ooh woo, that's pretty good.
See, Amber's t-shirt should be pop off and
Pop
ooh
it
woo.
up and ooh woo.
There's a time where you could do it. I think there's a time and place for everything. You got to find a time to ooh woo. But I'm not a ooh woo guy. No, it's
Ooh woo.
it's not the time and place. No, but no, it's just when someone compliments me or compliments me about things, they, I feel like I get butterflies in my stomach. I feel.
And then they come out your face.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
nice creeps. I feel good creeps all over myself.
Yeah.
And then I was like, ooh, Maybe I got that from my mother. She makes weird noises.
Your mom seems like she is kind of a cute lady. She does seem like if you complimented her, she'd be like,
Yeah, I'm a cute boy.
Yeah.
I think she's funny. I think she sent me. I had my fingernails painted for a while, and I took them off because I was going door to door canvassing, because I didn't want to be judged for that by society.
By society.
And my mom sent me a link to a YouTube profile picture. No, not profile picture. YouTube video of Elon Musk saying that real men don't exist anymore, and how they're wearing nail polish now. But okay, the thing with that video, it was a deep fake AI.
Yeah.
Is your mom an Elon Musk stan?
I don't know, but it wasn't even really Elon Musk saying it.
Yeah.
But
it was the AI of Elon.
And I was like, is she fucking with me? Is she sending me that to try to trigger me?
Is your mom playing 4D chess right
Or
now?
or is she did she send that to trigger me, and then me actually watch the video, then realize it's AI, and then be I'm the dumb one for getting triggered by a dumb video? Or is she just oh, look at this, mom, look at this, William, you're wearing nail polish, you're not masculine. How many levels of irony am my mother on?
You so feminine, boy.
And then I sent her the picture of Elon Musk shirtless to
Yeah, that's a good move back.
Boom, got roasted.
Boom, roasted, mom.
Yeah, I like that. Like, I don't think I can't hear it in my headphones, but I can like, if I can hear my. I forgot to close the door to the basement, so I can hear my mom watching TikToks. Okay, let me. Okay, I'm gonna geek out about my mom.
Okay.
But she was like telling me, about like how her YouTube Shorts are infected by Chinese like TikTok, and so I have a video of her going through the TikTok and being just like Chinese, 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 English, Chinese, Chinese, and then I just couldn't stop laughing. And I don't know. That's funny?
That is funny.
That is funny.
It has to be funny. I can show you after, but like that's my style of humor.
That is very funny, just to have your Asian mother just go Chinese. Chinese.
Yeah,
Because all she wants to watch is English TikToks, apparently.
well, I don't know. I think she just watch.
She just feels inundated by the Chinese TikToks.
Well, like, I can understand, because, like, anytime, like, I like one thing on TikTok, then they're
gives
like...
you like 50 more.
Or not even like a thing. That's the thing that frustrates me. If I just watch to the end of a video about a subject...
Like, oh, Amber loved this. Let's give
like,
her. Oh,
I wanted to figure out why some guy was being canceled on TikTok, and I found, like I said, it was on my feed, one video that was long enough to explain what it was.
Right.
I watched to the end of it. I don't need any more information. I got all the information I got. I don't need to hear about this guy anymore. I'm up to date. This guy hasn't done anything new.
You need all of the information on this
I
guy. You
need
need
it from
all the hot
everybody. I
goss.
need it from different types of
You need
ladies.
every single angle possible.
Yeah.
I watched how you say? I watched a few. I watched like political debates on YouTube, and then so sometimes I would do like an abortion debate or like let's say like a race realism debate or whatever, and then
So you're saying you watch Destiny?
yeah. Well, I was saying I look at these and then I'll get like what is it called? I'll get like abortion, like pro-life channels and like racist race realism channels. So I'm just like, so my recommendations are fucked basically.
Yeah.
So, but I'm like doing research, like reconnaissance for the other side. Okay, that's what I keep telling people. I'm like the liberal Andrew Tate. Okay, I just don't give a fuck. Okay, or something like that.
You
I
traffic
dropped
women?
Gudetama.
What I did is I put the lazy egg on top of the sad toast, and that's like a vibe. Is that like your child?
This is my child now.
I keep watching like baby videos
Just of a
What?
baby?
of like babies being cute,
Babies are cute.
Babies are really cute.
but like
Oh, babies
I'm like,
are so cute.
you want a baby?
Babies.
I
are the
want a baby
cutest.
so bad, but like I think that the way I want a baby is probably not like I know I'm old enough to have a baby.
You want a Pokemon?
Yes, exactly. I don't want like a baby like in an actual sense. I'd just be like, it'd be cool to see a baby. Literally, like,
Paint them.
You want a baby near you.
yeah, exactly. And then like I'd be like,
Auntie.
whoa,
Auntie
baby.
Amber. Auntie Amber.
Yeah, I don't have any relatives.
Oh.
Unfortunately.
Paint them.
That's
They all
so
got.
sad.
They all got blown up. No, my dad doesn't have a big family, and then my mom also doesn't. Like, I only have like some cousins. That's it.
You think that
Some cousins.
Some cousins, just a light sprinkling of cousins.
sorry. You think that type of guy your father is? You'd keep all his family in his house.
Yes,
Okay?
yeah, that he would just hoard them in there.
Okay.
That's why they're gone.
Transition. Yeah, you said your father was a hoarder
Yes.
in one of the many online appearances you've made. And you said like, oh, I could make hoarder jokes, but like you guys, it's not very relatable. So I'd like to hear some of your hoarder jokes.
Part of the reason I didn't write any more jokes past that.
So you're telling me it's not real? You're telling me your
Yeah,
comedy
that
stuff's
it's
not real?
I did the hoarder jokes when I did the 2 hoarder jokes I had. Well, it's just hard for like write for that sort of thing because like it is one of those things where like it's not incredibly relatable to a lot of people. Like you can say things that are like messy, but you're like, no, I don't think you understand. Because I think I think that this joke is in that bit where I talk about like flat cats, And how flat cat. Okay, there's this. If you've ever seen hoarders, what will happen in like a hoarded house sometimes is that like either these people will own cats or cats will get into their house and something will topple in their house and topple on top of the cats, and then they can't get out or it squishes them and they die.
So you get dogs. You want dogs, not cats.
Well, I think you generally don't want animals in a hoarder house.
Yeah, that's usually a bad thing.
And dogs, usually don't sneak onto properties. I have never heard of a flat dog, but I'm sure there's probably flat dogs. But on the show, it would happen so often that the guys who were like cleaning up the stuff would call them flat cats, and so like you'd see on the show they'd be like, "Oh, got a flat cat here," and then you got to get like a hazmat guy to like scrape a cat off of the ground or whatever when they're cleaning it. And like my dad never had flat cats, but that's like part of the reason why he asserts that he's like, I'm not a hoarder.
Because he doesn't have flat cats.
Well, because like, and he doesn't understand that like that's not the metric we should be living our lives. Like
Right.
flat cats is so far crazy off the metric.
Yeah.
That like
That's extreme. That's TLC level
exactly.
hoarding.
Like
don't
you
want
want to be
a
on normal
TLC.
people hoarding and not flat cat level. But like part of the reason we didn't have flat cats was because like what would happen is cats would try and like break into our house, and they would get into our house, and my dad, because he didn't want my mom to find out, because in his mind he's like, well, if Vida finds out that there's flat cats or that we have cats in there, then she'll be right that I'm a hoarder. But if I make my poor daughter hunt these cats out of the garage, I will not be a hoarder because technically I have no flat cats.
Sounds like a Lemony Snicket story or something.
Yes, it feels like my childhood does feel very much like I was a Baudelaire child, just covered in spiders and dirt, just scaring away cats from our home.
You went cat hunting. No, fuck. What was I thinking? Oh, the other joke you mentioned was your dishwasher didn't work, or you couldn't wash dishes because it was full of pogs or something.
Oh,
the sink was full of
that
pogs.
it wasn't really full of pogs,
Ooh,
but
liar, another lie.
It was usually full of dumb stuff, like things that, like antique dishes or whatever that you couldn't wash in the dishwasher, but we didn't have enough shelf space for the actual like antique dishes and the regular dishes, so he would like put stuff in the like dishwasher, basically using it as a shelf, and you can't use it anymore, and so you have to wash your dishes by hand.
I do
stinks.
that. Is that not normal to? I wash.
That's not the problem. It's just like that's fine. Living your life washing dishes by hand. My roommate washes his dishes by hand. That's the normal part. The non-normal part is being like, well, I can't use the dishwasher because I'm using that for all of my
Storage.
17th century silverware. And you're like, why do you have that? You're not using it. You're not a collector. You're not selling it. You bought it at a garage sale.
You're just hoarding it.
You're just hoarding it. You're just keeping a hold of it.
I don't know.
I want to use the dishwasher.
It's like, like fine china.
It's stuff that
It
he
was
buys.
like okay, China.
Well, like it's stuff that he thinks is going to be, because it's like he also has a hustle mentality, so it's like a hoarder and a hustle mentality.
It's like the worst combination.
Yes, because he like gets a bunch of crap and he's like, I bet I can sell this for like so much money, and then he never sells it, and then you just have a bunch of garbage.
Yeah.
And so like it would be
That's
like
what collectibles turn into when
Exactly.
they're not sold. Garbage.
It would be like stuff that he like would like I said, silverware
They'll
that's
look
not like
sadly at the Pikachu.
bad, but it's not like good. Like
Yeah.
it would be fine like if me and my boyfriend went out to buy that stuff from a garage sale because we're looking for servingware.
Yeah.
That's fine. It's just that he had like 17 of them, and that's where the problem is, the 17 of them all.
No, okay, so this is okay.
I'm sorry, my life is actually more boring than the jokes.
It's when
that
there's
I said.
more supply than demand.
Yeah.
So I actually have your resume here.
Oh no.
What?
My actual resume?
I don't
William.
know, some resume. So you were
Is this gonna say I worked at Game Nut?
you were a cashier at Yummy's Frozen Yogurt.
Oh yeah, I was. I think this might actually be an actual resume.
At Yummy's Frozen Yogurt.
Yeah, it
June
was.
2008 to August 2009. What was that
Where is
experience
Yummy's
like?
frozen yogurt?
That was
It
in
sounds like a great
Lawrence.
place.
And it was near the park, and my first jokes were about Yummy's frozen yogurt.
0 to 10 stars. What do you rate it?
I don't like working food service. It was
fair.
bad, but in terms of like the vibe, whereas all my friends work there and you got to eat free frozen yogurt, I'd be like, actually not that bad. Like 7 out of 10,
Nice.
8 out of 10.
Ooh.
Like as an adult, if I worked that job, but that's because it was a job for children. I'm not like one of
Right.
those people who are like, there are jobs for children, but that job was for a
Right,
child.
right.
Like,
Yeah,
would
can I
not go
hear-
back.
Do you remember your first jokes about that?
well, there was this one time, this guy pooped outside of like where we take the trash out in the alleyway, like right in front of.
Fun.
Yeah, and
New flavor.
Yeah, new flavor. But we couldn't figure out like what was going on for a while. It's not like I don't want to tell the whole joke because it's like from when I was young and it's uninteresting.
Oh,
And also it ends in a lie, and you'll be mad at me again anyway.
So the title of this podcast is actually called "Search and Destroy."
Oh
So,
no, I'm
we're-
being search and destroyed.
You're here to find your earliest podcast. for
Ryan's
stand-up
here.
players. Yeah, it's like Candid Camera, but way worse. I'm kidding. But you were a tutor for America Reads.
Yes, I was a tutor for America Reads. That job, I actually liked that job a lot. All it was that we would drive to schools, and weren't even tutors. Children just read to us. It was just to get children into reading.
That
And-
sounds awesome.
Yeah, and so you would just drive like 20. They'd pay you for the drive over, because it was through the school, so it's through Dartmouth. And so you just drive over, and then you just listen to a 7-year-old struggle through Franklin, and then be like, all right, I'm leaving. And then you just leave.
That sounds great.
And this is like maybe like $15, $16 in 2010 money.
Damn.
Yeah.
You breaking it in.
2011 to 13.
2011 to 13
Sorry,
is
I
when
just
it
wanted-
was.
See, that's why I just want to.
You know what I was making in 2011 to 13? $7.25 an hour.
Yeah.
Oh really? Minimum wage in Kansas?
Minimum wage in Missouri.
They pay 15 for lifeguarding.
Yeah, I know. Now,
Yeah.
currently.
Yeah, I was way better than you in 2010. I'm kidding.
Yeah, me in 2010 was making $7.25 an hour minimum wage.
We live in a society.
We live in a society.
I'm sorry.
Society.
Okay, so I have a few things. You said, okay, we can get to this. I guess you were in a jack-o'-lantern society. Or
It was the college humor paper. There's not that anything interesting to say about it. It's
You
a
were-
humor paper.
You were in an Alpha Theta cult education.
Where did you? Is this an actual resume you found? Is this like on LinkedIn or something?
Yes, this is a resume I found. You're an Alpha Theta cult educational fraternity.
Yes, I was in a co-ed fraternity.
Oh.
I don't know what you.
Is
what
there
else-
anything? Oh, that's what co-educational means.
Yes.
Yeah.
Means
Co-ed.
boys and girls.
You were part of the Greek life?
It's not like a real Greek life. I would say that like
Nothing at Dartmouth is real?
nothing at Dartmouth is real, but also like
Except for the racism.
the racism's very real. It's the only thing that it's real about it. That the Greek system is really, really super big at Dartmouth, and it was sort of like if you weren't a part of the sororities or fraternities, you just kind of didn't have like a social life. But like if you didn't want to join those, you're like, there's really nothing for me to do here. And so that's what like the co-ed fraternities were like. Kind of like Greek houses, but like you didn't have to go through the same crap and stuff. It wasn't like
Right.
prestigious. Like basically anyone could join, and it was just supposed to be like a nice place for.
My mom is making the worst noises upstairs. I don't know if you can hear. But my mom is
And we
like-
weren't racist.
Glass
My mom is
shattering.
listening to like an action movie right now. I didn't close the fucking door.
That's what
It's almost-
moms do, though.
Yeah.
Do you
So
want
you
me to
said
go close the door?
no, it's fine. We're about to. It's almost been an hour. They said
Okay.
you said if you're a woman and you're a virgin when you're 25,
Mm-hmm.
they put you out back and shoot you.
Yes.
And I think that's very sexist because if you're a guy and you're a virgin when you turn 25, you become a wizard.
The
Yeah.
world's not fair, Bill.
Facts.
So that was saying. So I'm gonna get magical.
Was that on
powers.
my resume?
No, that was just something you said.
yeah,
I know
that was
this
in your
dude
special
thinks-
skills.
this is okay. So you did
Lost virginity before 25.
So I didn't have to die.
so you did the Riptide Comedy Festival.
Yes.
This is what was that like? Because two people on there. I've met Sam Talent.
Yes.
Sam Talent was there. I think it's pretty funny. Joe Pera is also on there.
Yes.
Before he had like the TV show and stuff, I assume.
Yes.
I really like Joe Pera.
Joe Perry is a very nice, wonderful guy.
Do you?
You were there.
I was also
What have you
there.
done?
Exactly. That's what I ask myself
Oh,
every
no. He was
the
single
headliner.
day.
But I really like. I feel like Joe Pera is like unique, and like he makes like a sleep podcast now.
Yes, he does.
And I really like Joe Pera. I just thought maybe had an interesting story. Everybody in comedy can't be nice. You gotta have some shit stories. They're fine.
Everyone at the festival was really nice. I don't have any stories about anyone in particular because I was very sick at the festival.
Oh no.
It was in Lawrence.
That's why they were all nice to you, because you were sick.
Yes, I was very,
They're
very
like, oh,
sick.
this poor child. Gotta take care of her.
I had life-threatening diarrhea.
Oh,
and I
that's
literally-
a bad type of sick.
It was terrible. I had food poisoning or something.
Ooh.
And I was literally just only like I basically didn't eat anything the whole day.
Yikes.
My set was so that I could make sure that I could do my set, and then I just like left immediately afterwards. I like watched, I think, my show, which because I remember seeing Sam Talent, and I was like, I remember seeing him at the Jazz House, and that was the only time he was there. So I was like, I must have stayed long enough to be like seeing like actual people, but then I was like, I have to go.
Actual human being.
Yes, I need to return home.
Interesting. Imagine the Jazz House hosting comedy. Holy fuck.
It's very long. It's a long room. It's too long.
You know what else is long?
No.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had to. I'm sorry. This podcast.
You're off the rails. You're going crazy.
I'm off the rails. I'm unhinged.
You're deranged.
You are a door without hinges.
Yeah, I'm a train off the tracks. And then I don't know. I mean, we can talk a little bit at the end here. Like, okay, yeah, you said you went to Los Angeles 2018.
Yes.
And then, okay, you also said that. What I thought was really cool. You said that you didn't try to appeal to everybody in LA. You were having a great time.
That's good.
You didn't have to go into, I don't know, like the clubby type rooms.
Yeah. Well, because there's like so many more people there that like, there are
More people of your type.
Yes, and that there are rooms that are not like comedy clubs in LA, because like here there I mean there are rooms that are not comedy clubs, but like all the rooms that are not comedy clubs are run by the Barrel, which is, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying that like it is a pretty limited, like you either get booked on Barrel shows or you get booked on the Comedy Club. Those are the two major comedy entities. But like in LA there's so much, like there's so many shows going on that you can go to independent rooms, like independent mics. Yeah, and I think what like the thing that I think when people complain about moving to LA and not getting booked or not getting any time is because they're doing the thing where they're constantly trying to go to clubs and get like 5 minutes at the store, and I'm like, there's nothing wrong with going to the store. Like I encourage you to like
diversify.
Go to the store once a month if it's something like you really want to do, but you would be way more benefited than going to the store every week, going to like 3 mics instead of the store.
Yeah.
And so, and also like 3 mics at like places, because like I'm kind of a weird little guy, and I know that about me.
That's the caption. That's your vibe.
Yeah, I'm a weird, and so like I go to weird little guy rooms, so like a lot of queer rooms, or like a lot of just like our rooms that like in LA it's really easy to look up the mics and like what the basically kind of like who's running it and what the vibe is. So you'd be like, oh, is this a freaky little guy room, or is this like a more like, do comedy club guys run this room? Like I said, there's nothing wrong with it. I don't want anyone to think that I'm like, they suck. I just know that that's not my type of comedy, and like I don't want to have to sell you on my being and then sell you on my jokes. I only want to sell you on my jokes. I don't want to work twice as hard.
That's pretty good. I mean, diversify.
Yeah.
It's like gender roles. I mean, they're nice to have, but it's just not fun when they're being forced on you.
Yeah.
What is it? No, that's really cool. I'm really cool. I describe myself as a freaky little guy.
A freaky little guy.
Yeah, I mean, I want to travel. I want to travel. I am.
I believe in you.
I have
travel.
I went to Denver and Minneapolis and Wichita.
You have done these things.
I'm trying to. I don't know. I feel like everything's so hard, and there's not like one.
It is so hard, but I believe in you.
There's not one pathway. I also feel like I'm fucking weird, so that makes like things harder.
It is very hard. Life was very hard for me for a very long time.
But I'm actually doing pretty well in the grand scheme of things.
That's good.
And I feel like it's the thing is like, especially with, I'm gonna make everything about me, but like I appeal to a certain type of people, and even if that's not like, probably if there's just more people, it's easier to appeal to that type of person.
Yeah, exactly. We're like, I know that there are people who are like me or like my brand of comedy here in Kansas City. It's just that like you can only be booked on like the show only happens like once a month.
Right.
And so like you can't be booked on the show every single month. That's not fair to the other weird little guys.
Yeah.
And so like that, but in LA, like there are enough of those shows that you could be booked all the time. Yeah.
So you also said your comedy influences are your friends.
Did I say this on Lynn's podcast?
Yeah. And your friends are chaotic, good people.
I think, yeah, sure, yeah.
She was lying.
Not that I was lying
for the podcast.
I wasn't
just like
lying.
She does her comedy sets.
No, I don't know what else to add. What is the question?
Oh,
do I have other influences?
You're right. I didn't ask you a question.
Exactly.
I just made a statement.
Yeah, I was just agreeing with the statement.
I just quoted you back at you.
I like Lynn.
Yep,
Lynn's
What
a nice
about
guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you're right. That wasn't a question. You're touche. Yeah. Well, anyway, okay. We're here. We made it past the finish line.
Woo.
Hooray!
We did it! Yay!
Wow,
You're
is it
no
not?
longer being held captive.
Okay, wait.
Oh no, you still are. I lied. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Get a little bandana.
I got a little bandana.
Yeah, I used to. My nickname in high school. My real nickname was Smiley,
Oh wow!
and I
I'm
gave
wearing
out
this
bandanas.
everywhere.
Smiley gang. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
this fits your vibe.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah! No, it does. I'm so excited about this. I didn't know I was gonna get presents.
Yeah, this is the best podcast ever. So
I will tell everyone else this. I will be like, everyone should go on Bill's podcast.
yeah, now everyone knows about you. Yeah, Onnie, this is what I usually do. I usually ask questions, but I'm the worst.
You're a bad interviewer.
I'm amazing.
I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did great this time.
Yeah,
you
we
you
had
hit your
fun.
stride finally.
I felt like I was being interrogated.
In a good way.
Yeah.
The best
Comedy
interrogation
interrogated.
And then do you want to
ever.
sign
The wall.
the wall?
Oh, I will sign the wall. Do I
Okay.
have to do it right this second, or can I?
Nah,
Okay.
We can close out the podcast.
Okay,
first.
good.
Okay.
Would you like to say goodbye to the
thank
fans
you so
of
much.
the podcast?
You guys are all so cute. And
Adorable.
I'm trying to figure out how the
Hooray.
fuck this shit works. I curse so much. I'm
Yeah.
like, there's children, you know? I'm so
You
sorry.
have so many 19-year-olds watching you, Bill.
True. Facts. Spitting facts.